In January 1848, the California Gold Rush began with a man by the name of James Wilson Marshall. James Wilson Marshall was a carpenter from New Jersey, but came to California to build a sawmill for John Sutter. John Sutter was hired by the United States government to build a sawmill in Coloma, California. James found the piece of gold at the mill on the coast of the American River in Coloma, California, while he was at the mill. This was when only California was just a territory which was conquered by the Mexicans, which they were known as the Californios. When James Marshall found the piece of gold, he thought it was biolite or fool's gold. But when he told John Sutter about it, they ran some tests, and when they ran the tests, they found it not to be biolite but to be pure gold. This worried John Sutter because he thought if there was easy gold to find, that they would not build a sawmill but would consistently try to mine for gold. So John Sutter tried to keep it a secret, but later a man by the name of Sam Brannan went down to San Francisco and talked about how there was gold at a sawmill in Coloma, California. Once the secret got out, all of these posters saying, "Come to Coloma, California for gold," and etc. After that, Sam Brannan became the first millionaire of the West. In 1849, after the news spread, almost 300,000 prospectors came to California to seek out gold. It was a very tough journey with a lot of crashes, diseases, or Indians, etc. There were 3 common ways to go. The first one, you could go by train. Trains would sometimes flip over, like in this picture I am watching right now. The second way, to go by cart. Cart rides would sometimes have Indian attacks, diseases, or the horses could get away, or the wagon could flip over. The third way, by boat. Boat would take the longest and would sometimes have really bad storms, which would cause 1. Flipping over the boat, 2. Wrecking the boat, or 3. Getting lost in the boat. After the journey of getting to where the gold was, it was like a first come, first serve. Whoever was there early struck it big. It was very difficult to find gold, but there were 3 common ways. There were 3 common ways to mine. 1. You could pan for gold. Panning for gold was when you would get a plate or something and would scoop up some dirt up along the coast and would put a little bit of water so the dirt would wash away and would leave the gold. The second way of mining, sluice boxes. Sluice boxes were when you would put some water in this weird design box and some dirt, and the gold would suck to the bottom and everything else would slide out. And the third way of mining, hydraulic mining. Hydraulic mining was when you would get some power hoses and you would do it against a mountain. It was absolutely terrible for the environment because it would erode away the mountains. In just a little bit, they were saying that they were about to kick out any people who were not American during the gold rush. The Americans were treating the Indians and the immigrants terrible, not just while they were there to get gold, but on the way. They would kill Indians that they saw, and they would harm anything that got in their way except they were American. Once the people that did not go to the gold rush heard about how well the people that did go to the gold rush went, a thing such as gold fever came. Gold fever was when people would risk everything, even if they were already rich, just to get some gold to become even more rich. So it was a kind of dumb thing to do because if you didn't get any gold, you have nothing. So people would soon realize that it was a good time to leave California because it was getting a thinner and thinner chance for people to get gold.